Yeah. How do you build trust and accountability within a team? I'm always going to fall back when people ask me about trust on a thing called the trust equation. It's a simple behavioral formula I picked up. I can never remember the author, but the website was Trusted Advisor. I picked it up many moons ago. And really, trust is equal to the product of your credibility, how well they perceive you in the role, your reliability, your say-do factor, your intimacy with that person, because trust is personal, and intimacy is a bit of a funny word, but it is the right one. It's how well you know, what's your relationship like, all divided by your own self-orientation. So when we're looking at building trust within the teams, this is what's going through my mind. How do we play with this model? Which of these four levers is going to be most impactful for this team today? So, credibility. As a Scrum Master coming into the team, you are likely certified, you've probably got years of experience, you could talk about working with teams and things. This is all part of your credibility. As a consultant, you may well have books and models and all the stuff that we use to help do the job, but also to ensure that the people we work with know we know our job. Okay? We need to pass that into the team as well. How do they build credibility with each other? How is it? It's not just going to be given freely, but actually it's quite straightforward. If somebody is a senior developer and they're coming into the team, there is an instant trust. However, there is a good chance that they are highly experienced and we can talk to them about the problems we're trying to solve and they will have insights that are different. I'm not going to say better because it's not necessarily the case, but they are going to be different. You're going to open up different conversations. Okay? And as a team, we can try and consolidate these things. So credibility is something you have. Okay? And you do develop it over time. I do get asked by many new Scrum Masters, how do I build it? Bar learning every model, reading every book, time. Go out, do it, build those case studies, build those stories, your personal experiences and insights, and bring them. And your credibility will come because you're going to have relevant things to say in conversations. And they're going to be there going, oh, John knows what he's talking about. That's credibility. Reliability. In the same way as a Scrum Master, we are going to really work hard on our say-do factor. So if we say we're going to do it, we're going to do it, and we're going to make sure everybody knows that we're working on it. And in fact, I very often tell Scrum Masters, be there at the daily Scrum. Let the daily Scrum happen, the planning for the day. Okay? But let them know where you are with any key impediments or initiatives that you've taken on. Okay? Just as a quick update, I've not managed to get into the CTO's diary yet, but I'm still trying. I've got another meeting later today with such and such to try and resolve that. Whatever it is, your reliability is paramount. And the same is true for any team member. Okay? Do they do what they say they will, when they will? Do they need following up? And if you do have people who do need following up with, part of the conversation really ought to be helping them explore that space. You don't necessarily have to go full-blown into a coaching stance, but help them raise their awareness. What's the impact of not doing what you said you would, when you said you would? How do your other team members feel? What happened? Really help them look at that and realize that when they don't, other people are picking up the work and that's not making them happy, or they're no longer giving important stuff, and suddenly this team member has been sidelined because everybody else doesn't trust them. Intimacy, relationships being that third lever. Getting the team to know each other. I am not talking about forced fun and making people do stuff. Okay? But actually spending some time talking about not work stuff. Who likes football? Who doesn't? Who likes films? Who doesn't? What films? TV? Whatever it is. There's very often some interesting common things within a team. Not everybody likes everything, and that's okay. But you can start developing things. I'm of an age that when I talk to people of a similar age, we all have kids. Okay? They're all different. They all have different interests. But as a parent, very, very common experiences to bond over. Okay? And that's one of the things that we use. I'm not a football fan, but I will talk to people about football. Well, I'm not a particular movie fan, but they can laugh at my lack of knowledge about that as well if they want. Whatever it is, get the team talking about stuff that isn't to do with work. What I would say though is please don't make them do that, and definitely don't make them do that out of working hours. They are paid to turn up and do a job. Getting to know each other is, in my opinion, part of that job, but it stops at 5, 5:30, 6, whenever it stops. Then telling them they have to turn up to an online quiz, having spent all day working hard, and interfering with their evening, their personal life, make it optional. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. But if you want them to come, do it in office hours. As a team, agree that on a Wednesday afternoon, you have a pub quiz. I don't necessarily mean with a beer, but you have a little quiz, a bit of fun, a laugh. You build stories together. Because in building those stories, you're going to form bonds, you're going to form relationships that become vital. And the last piece of the puzzle is that self-orientation. How do you get team members to demonstrate that they're not solely in it for themselves? A little bit of selfishness is okay. Let's be honest. We all want to get along. Okay, we all want that promotion, that pay rise, to work on that interesting stuff, whatever it is. So for me, step one, get that on the table. Ask people as part of your working agreement or your values conversation, what is it you want from this team? What is it you want to achieve? And how can we help you achieve that? Okay? Have that chat. Be really clear. I'm not forcing my way into meetings because it's about me and I want that promotion. I'm allowed into, in fact, mentored into those meetings by the team because, yes, I want that promotion and they're willing to support me. This is vital as a Scrum Master. You have to be seen to be doing things for the team, for the organization. Because if you're not, you don't really have the authority to fall back on. Within the team, it's the same thing. Are they doing things to further themselves? Or are they doing it to help the team deliver an amazing product? Okay? And when it's the former, you probably want to have another chat with them and just help them be aware that they can be a bit selfish, as long as they're transparent, open about it. And there's nothing wrong with having ambition, with wanting to do better work, bigger work, whatever it is that they're striving for. But work with the team, find a way to get that within delivering the goals. Okay? Once you've got all of that, you're really going to have a strong model, a strong way of thinking about how to approach trust within the team. But remember, trust is individual. I can trust you, not somebody else. That's fine. Trust is between people, one-to-one. And it will be at varying levels. I may trust you as a Scrum Master. I'm unlikely to trust you with my children. That's okay. Context matters. Okay? What we also need to look at is the safety of the team. So once we all trust each other, okay, we can beforehand start working on the safety, start working on, can we raise things? Can we be heard? Have our voice within the team? Okay? So while we're working on trust, we're helping build those relationships so that people get along. At the same time, we are going to be helping to build the safety, but you need to have an eye on it. It's a different thing. Safety is the group phenomena. Okay? Do we collectively know that we can say something that is challenging, that is potentially upsetting, and that we will not be punished for that? We can say something that everybody knows is for the better of the group, betterment of the team. Okay? That's a different thing, but very often the work we do in helping build trust within a team is going to help build safety. We also need to role model it. We need to show people that it is safe by, I'll be honest, in the early days of some organizations, pretending it's safe and creating an environment within just that team where it becomes safe to have those conversations so that the team can get better and better. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.